now from the bunker.
Just a little splash out on this par 3.
Just too tough to control out of the sand. That one unable to hold the green. It'll run off into the short stuff. Well, that not his finest effort, and it's going to leave a very anxious putt to save bogey. And that's what these greens can do to you. They make you see things that just aren't there. And that one slides by. Okay, this par 3 shows its teeth. It is a double bogey. And that's going to move him back to 4 over. Now to the 16th hole here at Chambers Bay, and Frank, it is a pretty short hole. What are the chances to come out of here with a birdie?
Well, you've just come off the short 15th. You can get on a little bit of a run here, providing you get in the fairway first. You're not going to have an overly long second shot here. But once again, this is a precision hole, a little bit like 15. This is a tabletop green, so you're going to have to be right on the money with that second shot.
Yeah, that's a nice swing, and the result is going to be a tee shot that is set up just fine. From the left side of this fairway, he'll look over his second.
Really nothing wrong with that approach shot. Just a little shy of where you'd like to finish up, but still one good putt, maybe a birdie.
Oh no, I think he was about ready to walk that in. That looked on target the whole way. Okay, that'll be a par here at 16. And he'll remain at +4. Frank, you don't need just a caddy out here at Chambers Bay. Seems like you need a sports psychologist. You start thinking about the names of these holes. Beached at 16, and what's 17 called?
Derailed, and you can see why too. That green's perched up there. If you've got the round going in the wrong direction, this is not a hole to start on. So if you've got a run going, it's just a good tee shot that lands around the front there, and you just take a 3 here. This is not a time to be a hero.
And he might have been trying to land that over the flag and spin it back, but that just carried much too far.
Well, it is a game of touch. It is evidence right there when your touch is out. What a difference it makes. That ball went a long way past.
That one finished off for bogey here at 17. And he'll fall back now to 5 over par. Now to the 18th hole. Frank, everyone wants to finish in style.
Yeah, the home hole here, once again you head back to just a wonderful view, and you realize that Chambers Bay was designed as a walking golf course, and it was designed to have fun and test every department of your game. 18 will do that. It probably gives you more trouble on both sides of the hole than any other hole on the golf course.
And no issues there. Good tee shot in the short grass. Mission accomplished. On into, didn't fly it all the way there, but got enough release in good shape. Yeah, how about that for a finish? It's an eagle here at 18. And that will be a second-round score of 71. So for our featured golfer, Frank, it is on to the weekend. Who knows if he can... EA Sports and the International Federation of PGA Tours are proud to present a World Golf Championship. Today from the Pacific Northwest and Chambers Bay Golf Course, live third-round coverage of the EA Sports Championship. Rich Lerner here in our tower overlooking the 18th green. Frank Nobilo is by my side. Out on the course, we've got Nota Begay III and Iona Stephen as we check the Saturday leaderboard. We've got a tie at the top at 6 under par. We'll get out to the action here as we pick things up on the par 4 6th hole. Right around 180 to go for his second. This could be a good one.
Just think about it. You've got to cover nearly 2 football fields of distance and get it inside 5 feet. You wouldn't think that's possible.
Okay, well done there. It's a birdie here at the 6th. And with that, he's back to 2 over. Frank, this is a daunting challenge. The 7th hole, long par 4. It's over 500 yards.
A huge bunker down the right side that probably runs for a good 200-300 yards. Obviously, that's to be avoided. And then, of course, there's the mounds and the hummocks and the dunes and that on the left side. That's the reason, really, why this hole's called Humpback. But then, a little bit like the golf course, there's only one greenside bunker to be worried about, but enough green left of that. Too strong for this hole, eh? Ran out of fairway and into the rough. Big hit, though.
Good, clean contact and a nice result, and a chance for birdie coming up. We turn to Nota Begay III for this look at birdie.
And this is not the place to be. It's a really tough side hill putt. He's got to push it out to the right and then just let it drift back to the hole.
That one finished off. It'll be a par here at 7. And he'll remain at 2 over par. Now to the 8th and a long par 5, Frank.
Fortunately, there's no bunkers, just the dunes either side. The hole looks a little narrow off the tee, but get down there, you're going to realize that's a fairly generous fairway. There's a little bit of mounding in this green, too, that actually slopes it back towards the player. So use that to your advantage.
This one turning left a bit off the tee. Solid, a good drive in the fairway. Still better than 3 bills away as he puts forth his second to the par 5. Be pleased with that one. On and 2, par 5. Didn't fly it there, but didn't have to. Got everything he needed out of that shot. Close. Couldn't ask for much more on that putt. Okay, nicely done. It's a birdie at number 8. And he's able to get it back to 1 over. Really good mix of holes here at Chambers Bay. And Frank, we finished this front side with a par 3 after just having come off that long par 5.
And it's a beauty, too. The tee is some 100 feet up in the air, so you get a great view of this magnificent golf course, and you realize why it's called a true links. This green here, though, it looks rather daunting, well bunkered on the right side, but you can see enough of it. And once again, links, use the bounce, and you can still kick one in there close.
Ooh. Still work to do to get this on the green. This is second. really in control of this hole. Birdie yesterday and another opportunity on the way. Ooh, that's got a little bit more movement than you think, and that'll slide on by. Okay, a shake of the head as that one is finished off. And that's going to move him back to 2 over par. Frank, what's the player looking at on the 10th here at Chambers Bay?
Well, normally at a par 4, you're just thinking blaze away, but this is one of the few holes, really, I think you've got to be careful on what club you hit off the tee. It starts to narrow up. You really want to avoid those 2 short bunkers that come in around the 300-yard mark. And that really sets yourself up with a nice sort of wedge. That's really the right way to play. You don't have to take the trouble on in front here.
Pin in the back left today as he'll stare down this second to the par 4.
Jack Nicklaus always told me hole high, that was the goal. Little left, but hole high and inside 10 feet. Well done.
Yes, rolls it right in. A birdie here at 10. Will certainly help the cause. Now on to the 11th, and Frank, we are looking at a long par 4 in front of us.
We are indeed, and it's called shadows, but there is love in the shadows here. Hit it over that dune down there in the middle of the fairway. If you can get it there around the 300-plus yard mark, then the hole obviously starts to get a little easier. That second shot, you'd like to hit a little bit of a cut in here, but there's 2 levels to this green, so make sure you're on the right level where that flag is.
Yeah, all about hitting the fairway here, and that is right where you want to be. This is position A, right in the fairway, and 180 yards to go. Well, had a good lie in the fairway, but couldn't do anything with it. That comes up woefully short.
That is a chunk.
And that's going to leave some work, but it'll end up okay. Nearly had it. Just going to wander a foot or so by. Okay, a disappointing 6 here at the par 4. And he's going to fall back now to 1 over par. So for our featured golfers, some good playing and some favorable scoring conditions here on this Saturday. But they'll look up at that leaderboard. EA Sports and the PGA Tour so proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From Chambers Bay Golf Course, just outside Tacoma, Washington, it's the final round of the EA Sports Championship. It is the great challenge that all these golfers face, trying to string 4 solid rounds together, trying to best Mother Nature and this course, and trying to beat the entire field as we check the leaderboard. The leader is the Englishman, Tyrrell Hatton. He's at 9 under. Meanwhile, our featured golfer here, well back on the scoreboard and just looking to go out and make some birdies. Breeze at his back shoulder as he lines up his second from the fairway. Didn't check, Frank.
Yeah, just not enough spin on that, really. I mean, that almost like took that first bounce and just ricocheted forward. The strike was fine on the pitch shot. Ball first, then turf. Just wasn't really hit hard enough.
Got it there, but not quite on target. Safely in. It's a bogey here at 14. He'll drop back to 1 over par. At last, Frank, a break from those long par 4s. We just played 5 par 4s in a row. Now the par 3 15.
And also, as you can see in the distance, you can actually see a tree, one of the few that are on the golf course. Hence the name of 15. It's called Lone Fir. Not overly long, just a little short hole. But in the US Open, obviously they can play it at around 250 yards. It's just a fun par 3. But check where that flag is, because sometimes 3 is a good score here. But an easy flag position, and then go straight at it.
That was obviously well struck, but it came in a little too hot, and that one's going to run out and leave him a much longer birdie putt than he would have hoped for. Yeah, that's really well done. From that distance, you'll take it every time. Okay, a solid par here at the 15th, and he'll stay at 1 over. Now to the 3-hole finishing stretch here at Chambers Bay, and we get it started with a relatively short par 4. It's a 423-yard hole, the 16th, Frank.
Being slightly to the right, there's a huge bunker all the way down the right side that sort of starts, I don't know, maybe about 100 yards off the tee, goes all the way to the green. You go right, and then you realize why this hole is called beached. They've all been going straight up until that one. A little bit of a test coming up.
Walking the course today, let's bring in Nota Begay III.
151 yards left, standing on even par, looking to go under for the day.
From the rough into the bunker, or the frying pan into the fire, sometimes mistakes, they just have a way of compounding themselves. Boy, that was on an aggressive line. Couldn't quite get it to stop, and that will be left for par. Okay, didn't want to let that one get away. It is a par here at 16, and he'll stay right where he is. Just 2 holes left to play. Now a par 3, the 17th, 218 yards, and all sorts of trouble, Frank, down that right.
Well, if you weren't beached at the 16th, then there's a chance you can be derailed, which is what this hole's called, at 17. Difficult par 3. You can see the bunker there in front, and once again, wind conditions. This is going to probably require one of the best tee shots, especially in the closing stages of a US Open.
Well, at least he can draw on the experience from the previous hole. Again, in the bunker. So this one going to have to carry a long way. Yeah, the green just didn't want to hold that one. That'll run off into the short grass. So after escaping the bunker, this a third try at getting on this par 3. That one safely in for a bogey. And that won't help the cause one bit. Now to the 18th hole, Frank, everyone wants to finish in style.
Yeah, the home hole here, once again you head back to just a wonderful view, and you realise that Chambers Bay was designed as a walking golf course, and it was designed to have fun and test every department of your game. 18 will do that. It probably gives you more trouble on both sides of the hole than any other hole on the golf course.
Well, you can't walk out and drop it any better than that. That is a fine tee shot right there. Still well over 300 yards to the flag, so getting this to a good number, the key here for his second. I'm not sure he got every bit of that three-wood trying to get home to this par 5 and 2, but still in the ball game for a birdie. All right, that's a board, but a lot of green between ball and hole. Right, that's what you want to do. Good lag putt.
Yeah, they can't all go in.
So a tap in there. That's for par at the last. And that will make this a final round, 71. So, Frank, all things considered, not a weekend to remember for our featured golfer, but, hey, you can't win them all, right?
No, that's for sure. But, hey, they beat half the field.
So, for Frank Nobilo, Nota Begay III, and EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, from the Ocean Course at Kiowa Island, we bring you first-round coverage of the Carolina Open. This is going to be a compelling 4 days of golf. A lot of storylines to follow as we move through the weekend, and we take a look at the leaderboard here in round 1. We've currently got a tie at the top at 5 under par. So out to the action we go as we join the play on the tee at the par 5 7th hole. And that's where you need to be, back into the fairway on this par 5. Yep, well done. That's in for par here at 7. And he'll stay at even par.
Second par 3 here on the front side, the 8th. Frank, it appears to be relatively simple, but I'm guessing there's a little more to it.
There certainly is. You've got to respect the back of the screen on this par 3. Anything over the back is almost an automatic bogey. And also there's a faint ridge in the screen, a good 12, 13 paces on. Once the ball gets beyond that in the air, it's going to scoot towards the back of the green. So it might look simple. Give it another thought.
Yeah, look how quick that was. Very difficult to get that to stop, even out of the sand, and that race is right on by. Ooh, good speed there. That'll leave just a couple of feet. Finished off, it's a bogey here at number 8. And that's going to drop them down the leaderboard just a bit. The final hole on this front side is a right to left par 4 at 514 yards. A lone pot bunker right off the tee must be avoided. And most players will be left with a mid to long iron into a green with more than its share of humps and hollows. Nothing to fault there, safely in the fairway. So a breeze at his back as he readies his second to the par 4. Yep, good work not to let that get away, and that's in for a par. The 10th hole now at 447 yards. Stop me if you've heard this before. Bunkers and waste areas abound along both sides of the fairway, leading to a shallow green, slanting from right